Right, let's see how this goes. So I've literally turned everything off now. I've turned everything. Literally, I've got virtual video playing, and that's it. And this is the skin that uses the least amount of bandwidth. Let's give this a try. Really sorry about this. I'm fucking heartbroken, guys. Trust me. Raving crew. Hey, no one wants to see my ugly mug anyway, do they? Let's be honest. Right, so we've lost 25 minutes, but that's absolutely fine, isn't it? Alright folks, so I don't quite know how I'm going to do this, but if you do have a question for me, let me know in the chat, and I can see the chat in the back of the streaming thing, so we'll give it a try, yeah, and you know, we'll see. So starting out in the best possible way, bit of Black Sun Empire. my man Aaron, who I got really quite pissed with on Friday night. So that's the most anticipated match of tonight. That's a tough one, because we've got a ridiculous card, which I think we should probably go through, shouldn't we? So let's have a look at the card, shall we? On the buy-in, 3 tag matches. QT Marshall and Aaron Solo versus... Oh my god, I'm going to get so many of these names wrong, aren't I? So it looks like it's Yoshi Hashi and Hiroku Goto, I'm going to guess. If that's incorrect, who cares? There's only 2 of you. I do apologise. 4 of you. Sorry.
The wrong rap, so I got with a sick tight click and went all out. Rolling with this one and that one.
Next up, Keith Lee and Shane Strickland versus El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and the other one on the is Gun Club at Max Caster versus the DKC, Kevin Knight, Alex Coughlin, and Yuki Demura. I couldn't give a flying fuck about any of those matches, so we'll probably not watch them and sit and play drum bass for you guys instead. Opening my first can of Monster of the evening at 10:30. That means no man will, isn't it? The last AEW pay-per-view, I didn't watch the main event of because I was asleep. I think the previous one to that, actually, I was asleep for as well. Made all the worse, of course, by the fact that I've got the day off work tomorrow. In fact, I got to work, so I'm going to start about midday. Got too much to do. God. So yeah, a combination of the lackluster build-up, the fact my internet doesn't seem to want to play more. Oh. Let's talk about the main card in a second. This mix I'm playing for you guys right now is called Dark Deeds. I recorded this in the summer of 2016, and I've never played it live. So that's the first hour of this, and then we're going to do a mix called Spring Breaks. A lot of you have asked me what my favourite mix is to play, to listen to, sorry, and it's Spring Breaks. So I haven't played it live for 6 years, so I thought, why not? And yes, Yes, so all the tracks in this set, in this first hour, in the Dark Deeds mix, they were all chosen by Dan. So, blame him if you don't like him. Oh yes, this is superb. So, Chris Jericho, Minoru Suzuki, and Sammy Guevara versus Eddie Kingston, Will Yuta, and Shota Umino. Should be alright, shouldn't it, with the talent they've got in the ring? Dudes with attitude, Sting, Darby Allin, and fucking Shingo versus the Bucks and El Fantasma, again with the people in the ring. Not going to be bad, is it? It doesn't really go, oh yeah, I'd much rather see Shingo in a one-on-one match, for example. But you know, it should be alright, shouldn't it?
Maybe some kind of drug warp.
We'll crown a new All-Atlantic champion between Malachi Black, Pac Miro, and some guy called Clark Connors. No, guys, I don't know who that is either. This promotion has too many championships. With the Ring of Honor championships thrown in there, it means we've got 9 fucking belts in this promotion at the moment. It feels like the Fed in 2001. Too many belts means I don't care about any of the belts. It's golden rule. Okay, so Clark Connors is one of the dojo guys, apparently. Thank you for letting me know that, Matt. I suppose I've got no problem seeing new talent, so, you know, looking forward to it. So, with the last one of these that we did, Dan asked me, what matches would you want to see on Forbidden Door? And the one that I answered was Zack Sabre Jr. versus Bryan Danielson. That's the match that we were meant to get. That's what I was looking forward to. I would have bought this show for that match. Unfortunately, Danielson's injured, so the big rumour at the moment is that it's meant to be Cesaro, and because the person that they've chosen as a replacement is a new member of the Bullet Club. So you go, okay, Cesaro would fit beautifully into that mould, wouldn't he? So of course it's not going to be fucking Cesaro. It's going to be one of those oh sort of reactions, isn't it? I can feel it.
Adrenaline.
Next, Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm. I'd open the show with this match if it was me. It's one of the few that's not an AEW versus New Japan one, so it's just, you know, I don't care, just get out of the way. Or put it on second, I don't know. Uninterested, Thunder Rosa retains. Tag team matches, FTR versus Jeff Cobb and Great O-Khan versus Roppongi Vice. Again, it's with the people in the ring. Can't see it being bad. Just as a match, I'm just a bit meh, you know? must say, I actually like this interface. Is that bad? Yeah, you don't have to see my face. It doesn't use as much bandwidth. It's got a little funny thing when you're making the transition. The way the crossfade goes across. That's pretty cool. I like that. What's next? Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay. I think this could be the sleeper match of the show because I think everyone just knows that Orange Cassidy is this character who's laid back and lazy, and we all know, don't we, that he's a really good wrestler. So, you know, this one could steal the show. Expect a reverse Rana in this one, lads. I'll be disappointed if it's not. Damn, this mix is good. These transitions are freaking ridiculous. How the hell did I come up with these in 2016? For the IWGP Championship, it's Jay White defending against Hangman Page, Adam Cole, and of course our boy Okada. I wish this match was elimination rules, so we can eventually get a one-on-one. I don't want to see a four-way match, really. So yeah, would much rather have a one-on-one match. I mean, do Page versus Okada and everyone's happy, aren't they? Realistically, I think Jay White's going to retain. But yeah, again, I'm happy Okada's on the show. That's the important thing, isn't it? That's the really important thing. Check these out, by the way. This is Sidewind by Decent Breaks. Beats. And we're down to 2 viewers. Hey Dan, hey Aaron. It's just you two. The man used to be popular. Of course, we've missed the main event, which is for the interim championship. We've got Jon Moxley versus Tanahashi. I think Tanahashi is going to win this one. I do not like the interim championship thing. If the championship can't be defended, strip the champions, crown a new one. An interim one just sounds silly. And I don't know. It's a take from boxing or MMA, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't sit comfy with me. If you guys like it, great. So yeah, that's the card. On paper, it looks okay. With the talent that they've got involved, it could be decent. It starts in 2.5 hours time less than. I'm still meh. It's the fact that I'm going to watch it with my mate and get high. That's the bit I'm looking forward to, talking bollocks with Dan. Way more than the actual in-ring. I just think that they had a chance here to put on a show that can get the casuals interested in New Japan. I am not interested in New Japan in any way, shape or form. Dan, on the other hand, really is. So he was probably way looking forward to the show more than me. He booked it the day off, the next as soon as he heard it. Yeah, booking the night for that one. I'm going to be watching that show. said, I think the interim champions made sense when people were stranded due to pandemic, but I prefer it when they relinquish the championship due to injury. And I'm exactly the same. Exactly the same. It means that Punk gets a really long reign without defending the championship at all. It's funny, I haven't even seen Punk. Here's one that might make you laugh. Put a big spotlight on myself so that you guys could see me on camera. And yeah, so how long have we been playing for now? For 20 minutes. This stream's been working. I've had the lights on the whole fucking time on my face. Doesn't make any fucking sense. No one can see me. God, I'm thick. Holy shit, C-Dude9590. Bloody hell, there's a name of a intro. How are you doing, man? Sorry, I can't have the camera on because my internet at the place I'm staying in is absolutely shocking. Yeah, hopefully, I should have probably said this before, hopefully this is the last pay-per-view that I do before I get my own house, because we are potentially days away from completing on our house that we're buying, so hopefully we'll have all the good stuff back in, because you know what we're like, with our business, we need the best internet money can buy, so I'll have super fast internet, and I'll have my bloody computer, which means we can start recording SWATs again, which I'm so freaking excited about, it's not even funny. And I can play Halo on my computer again. And I can get the new F1 game, play that on my PC so I can mod the cars and things like that, you know? I haven't had my computer now since November. So, Dan asks, if there was a New Japan Pro Wrestling holding the pay-per-view, not AEW, what would be done differently in your opinion? That's a really tough question because I don't watch enough New Japan to be able to say this will be different. You know, I suppose the oh god, I'm gonna show myself up here. The Corrigan Hall, isn't it? The New Japan show thing. It has to. If it was taking place there, I think it would have more prestige to it. Oh, I'll have to have a think about that one. So I hope you're enjoying this, all three of you. I haven't played this mix in such a long time, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing my Spring Breaks mix because it's so smooth, and it's one of those. I make my mixes now to key, so I will if the track is in F, I will try and make it so the next track that goes into it is an F or an E, you know, so it sounds lovely.
The time has come.
And Spring Breaks isn't like that, or wasn't built like that by design, but all the transitions just flow really, really nicely on it. And I was putting it together the other day, like, and just going, okay, this one actually flows so well. It's one of those things. But yeah, it's interesting that the Spring Break set is the last time that I played live. So about around this time, sort of June 2016 was the last time I played a live set. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how you guys like that. Anyway, bit of metric slippery. NJ Brock 22 says, how's it going, Mark? I'm very well, thank you. He says, just got done watching an amazing Stardom show. Kind of sad none of them are going to be on Forbidden Door tonight. And he also says, ironically, the Stardom show felt more like a Dragon Gate DOA show. Yeah, what are you guys, have you watched anything today? I've watched the Wrestling Bios review of Survivor Series 97, which was a laugh, and then I watched the latest Botchamania. That's what I've done to get myself in the wrestling mood by yourselves. Oh, and Sea-Doo says the United Center is the largest arena of its kind in the US. It's just all the injuries have been a bummer. Yeah, alright, okay, that was wrong. I'm sorry, I was clutching at straws to answer Dan's question because I just don't know enough about the New Japan product to be able to say what would be different, you know? NJ Brock 622 says, Wrestling Bios has been doing a darn good job. I love his stuff, especially because it's the type of thing that I can put on while I'm at work. Okay, so because he does show a couple of clips from the shows, but it is easy to just listen to it, and that's good for me. Here's my favourite track in the set. This is Pathways by Delta Heavy. Freaking love this. I'm loving the chat as well, guys. Please get this going. I'm loving it. And I'm going to have my gummies now. Hooray! I say gummies. I've already had one. This is my second one. Haha. Aaron Bywash has asked, who is the reason why my bank balance went, what the fuck is wrong with you on Saturday morning? Dude, seriously. Wrestling Bios are a fun channel. I enjoy the content. Do you watch much other YouTube wrestling channels? I can tell you that I watch Botchamania, Wrestling Bios, and OSW. And I'm subscribed to Watch Culture because I like Simon Miller and I like his ups and downs. So if I've watched a show, I'm always interested because Simon Miller's so fucking positive. I'm intrigued to see what my ratings, what my thoughts regarding a show are compared to his. Sea-Doo says we've been periodically doing live streams. Last one was on Juice's sports channel, WrestleMania weekend. Fucking hell, lads. Fuck. It's amazing when you see old... Do you remember RVD Tito for Life? They follow me on Twitter now. It's like, what the fuck? Bill and Doug. It's like, wow, okay, that's cool. Yeah, when old school names crop up, like, fuck, I've not heard that name in ages. I'd forgotten... this is on Juice's channel. Fucking hell. Simon Miller's the only one I can watch all these days. Yeah, I'm gonna say I can't really watch the other guys. They piss me off. the chat here, we went out for beers on Friday night together for the first time, and he was telling me that he's been a wrestling fan. He became a wrestling fan in 2009. So he's running off these matches that he loves. That I'm sat there going, I have zero memory of that match. None whatsoever. And then having to go sort of bring it up on my channel going, oh fucking hell, I reviewed that show. And look, I gave the match 4 stars. You're like, what the hell? But I don't remember a single second of it. And then going like, well, hang on a sec, so what about like in my era, like, you know, Freelo 2000 example I use, like, this is, no, I've never seen it. And it's one of the greatest things ever. But then he'll say, but this showed like, I don't know, I'm going to pull one out my arse, like, Over the Limit 2013. So please don't say that was a great show or it's a shit, no, it's just an example. But it's one of those, it's like, I reviewed it at the time, but I couldn't tell you anything about it. I can say every single fucking match on Freelo 2000. It's funny. It's always interesting for me to, because whenever you get into wrestling, that's the peak for you, isn't it? We talked about this on the SWAT. We talked about, you know, when is the best time to be a wrestling fan? And Dan's argument was that it's when you get into it, it's never better than that, is it? So, you know, Aaron was saying, Aaron, it's like people call me Mark with a K, so different. And yeah, he was saying that he saw one particular angle, and it was leading up to the Royal Rumble, and next thing you know, he's as invested as it gets. Can't wait for Rumble, can't wait for Mania, all that jazz. I can't remember much about Royal Rumble 2009. Truly struggle. And as you guys know, the peak of my fandom sort of dies off 2006 onwards, sort of thing, for the Fed. And so it's just remarkable. Honestly, it is remarkable to talk to a younger fan who's got into a wrestling at a completely different time, is as, you know, is as passionate and dedicated as we once were. Aaron, I'm sorry, I'm ripping on you. He's going to the Clash at the Castle show in Cardiff, and he was like, I can't wait for it. I'm just like, I wouldn't pay money for that. But I bet, yeah, if you're younger, a bit younger than me, obviously, and you've got that fandom, of course you will. Anyway, we're still going strong here, boys and girls. Don't we worry. Thank you very much. I'll check out those shortly. Dan's asked. Oh yeah, a knockoff version of Sly Town and see Claudio show up for the ZS Junior match. That's what I want. That's what I really want. Where it's gonna happen. It's the way they say that whoever the replacement is for Danielson is the newest member of the Bullet Club. That's the bit where you're just like, okay, that gives me that intrigue. That I go, yeah, okay, I'm invested now. But I think everyone wants it to be Cesaro because we all know what a good wrestler he is. We all know he was wasted in the Fed, wasn't he? So, yeah, give us what we want. Sea-Dude knows but won't spoil. Oh, no, I don't want to spoil. No, I don't. Dan Agar of Dan Agar fame says, you can change the finish of one match in history. What is it?
Searching for your love, can't get enough of your love, can't get enough, yeah. Bring me to my knees, I fall deep. I surrender and I believe that you see what you do, wanna do. It's so for you. It's fire sounding, very strong hope, reason to believe it's you.
I think you lads have given two superb answers there. Owen and Austin at SummerSlam, yeah, is a great shout. Nexus going over Sting. Yeah. And look, CD with another one, Hogan versus Sting, 97. You're saying Hogan wins so you can do the rematch? Or you're saying book the match differently so Sting looks decisive? Which one are you thinking about? I am struggling with that one, my friend, Gan. I really am, because right, so we always go with first thing that comes in your head, and that is we don't do the Vince on Austin stuff at WrestleMania 17. You know, wrong time, everyone involved has admitted it was wrong. You know, that's the one probably, isn't it? John Cena should join the Nexus. Yes, absolutely. Nexus Burial is one of the worst booking decisions I can think of off the top of my head. It's such short-term booking. It was always the Cena wins lol thing at the time, wasn't it? That pushed the hardcore fans completely away. You know, we were talking about this on Friday night, weren't we, Aaron? That my blooming wife was just going. She's like, look, they have to get over organically. So it's always best in wrestling if you get someone who catches fire as a heel, who you can then turn face because the fans want to cheer for them. You know, look at the fucking Rock, for goodness sake, something like that. You know, the Cena wins. Yes, the Cena wins log because it's you will cheer for Cena, you will cheer for Reigns. Becomes a no, it causes resentment in the hardcores because at the end of the day, though, we don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about us hardcores. It's the fucking kids who make the money. Cedo says Sting should have won clean as a sheet. Yeah, completely agree. I completely agree with that one. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you said there. Austin said many times he should have shaken his hand, waited for Vince to turn around, pulled him back to Stunner. Yes, 100%. No one wants, as much as you get the entertaining stuff down the line, like the stuff with Angle, the Kumbaya and all that jazz that's entertaining, I wouldn't want to change that. I don't want to boot Austin, period. Alright? Just no. And of course, it's proven fact that the company started to freefall after that. Because people will just say, well, Austin's not the guy to cheer for, I don't want to watch. End of. Lots of people tuned out of wrestling in 2001 with the demise of WCW, demise of ECW, and the Austin heel turn. Ridiculous, man. Alright folks, so that was my Dark Deeds set. So I'm going to try and transition from this track, which is called Bad, into the first track of my Spring Break set, which is called Hug. So I was going to say things are going to get a bit more chilled, but for the next half an hour or so, that's utter shit, because they're just not. It's going to be just as heavy. Aaron saying I think the personal hatred bit of booking of mine was Goldberg versus The Fiend. Hell in a Cell against Rollins was bad enough, but that was especially embarrassing. It was a match that was you're on about where The Fiend dropped the championship to Goldberg. Utterly unnecessary, right? Man, if you want to talk about booking, we can do it for days, can't we? Because there's nothing more us wrestling fans like more than riffing on the sport that we love, right? I'm sorry, what? NJ Brock 22 says, at least it's not as bad as the 100% accidental title change that happened in Stardom was. The only thing I think of that is, well, because it was a botched pin or something like that. To Tony Storm due to be knocked out legitimately when Mayo's supposed to retain. Yeah, fantastic. Can't go wrong with that, can you? I mean, what do you do in that situation? Well, you stop the match, sure, unless they got knocked out and fell on top of them and like, oh, I can't move because of the dead weight. That's the only thing to do, just stop the match, right? It's not real, for fuck's sake. Aaron saying the initial run of the Firefly Funhouse from Post-Mania to the match against Balor at SummerSlam is one of my favourite ever wrestling characters / stories. Here's a fun fact for you. Never seen a single one. Never seen a single Firehouse Funhouse. Firefly Funhouse episode. Never saw a single one because I just didn't watch the weekly product. So I knew of it, but it didn't hold. I'm not going to watch Raw just because of one bit. You know what I mean? Nakajima knocked out, with the name, Endo at the Cyber Fight Festival a few weeks ago. Stopped the match 6 minutes into a 6-man tag. 2 wrestlers never made it into the match. I fucking love that. That's incredible. Don't blame you for not putting yourself through 2019 Raw just for Bray. then the Funhouse segments and the match are definitely worth a watch. It's interesting because, of course, you got to remember, I sat through fucking Raws from '94, and you know, it's just like I was such a diehard back then. So again, it's what I was talking about before. Is if you're a diehard, you'll watch every without fail. It's funny with wrestling. It takes so much to really break that, to get wrestling fans to not watch the product, if that makes sense. We watch it for years and years and years, and then even if we're not watching it, we for years and years and years and years, even if I didn't watch Raw, the first thing I did on Tuesday morning was check what happened on Raw. That's insanity. Check out the bass line on Drift Away. Listen to this. Ridiculous. Today, I still find myself every so often I will go, oh, what happened on Raw last night? Which is insane. I've got no interest in watching a 3-hour show, especially when half the roster I don't know anymore, you know? That just made me chuckle. One of which was I'm so bad with Japanese names, aren't I? Jun Akiyama, and he read Nakajima, the Riot Act, telling him, and I quote, "What the fuck was that? You're supposed to be a fucking professional." Yeah, because you shouldn't be knocking out your opponent, should you? As much as we like strong style wrestling, I'm sure we all do. It is not real. Don't fucking knock your opponent out. Aaron's asking, are there many, if any, WWE matches from the last 10 to 15 years that you absolutely love? So 15 years takes us back to, 2007? Let's have a quick thing. I mean, right, first things first, are we allowed to include NXT TakeOver ones? Because, know, that is under the WWE banner, isn't it? But if you want, or do you want strictly WWE? I'll answer when you let me know. And yes, that is a cop out, so I can have a think. So the first one you've answered, either. So NXT or WWE. So the first one comes into my head, and the reason I asked about the takeover is Sasha Banks versus Bayley from Takeover Brooklyn, which was a fair few years ago now, admittedly. But you guys know I love the Reverse Rana, so we got an avalanche fucking Reverse Rana in that match. Anything else, it's a bonus, isn't it? But the fact it had ridiculously good storytelling with Sasha working over the hand of Bayley, who had just come back from a hand injury. Really, really clever storytelling. I absolutely love that. It's going to sound crazy. There's a match that Dan and I watched recently, and it's the Triple H and Steph versus Angle and Ronda Rousey match from WrestleMania. Absolutely adored that. That was fantastic. Triple H versus Undertaker from WrestleMania 28, I remember enjoying. I remember loving Triple H versus Daniel Bryan as he was at WrestleMania 30. The versus Ilya Dragunov match that you're talking about, NJ Block 22, yeah, fucking superb. Yeah, you're talking about the WrestleMania. Yeah, 34, that's what it was. That mixed tag match. It's got no right to be as good as it is. It's so freaking entertaining. Think about it, here's the thing, we've talked about this on these Q&As before. If you take off the reviewer, you enjoy wrestling so much more, so you can get past this, if something that's not quite right, or the work rate isn't right, or they're a bit sloppy in here, or the crowd aren't loud in some respects. You just, I don't care. I just don't give a fuck. This entertains me. We talked about Road Wild 99 is the example that we keep going back to again and again and again, because there's something that happens on that show that's so fucking ridiculous. And when I reviewed it, I went so berserk at it, and nowadays I can watch it and laugh at it. I'll tell you about it after this transition.
We wish you an enlightening experience. Although your body will shrink, your mind will expand.
Make you wanna do right, make you wanna do wrong. Make you come over. Make you stand up.
10 minutes and I won't watch anything. I know I won't. We play, me and Dan and Dan's brother Sam, we play Halo together a lot. And they'll tell me about these incredible games that I've got to try, or this incredible movie that I've seen. And it's like, you can tell me how good it is all your life. I just know that I won't have the time to do it. So it's one of those tricky things. So literally, I can commit 2 hours a week to Dynamite. That I can do. I can either watch it live if I can't sleep, or I'll watch it in bits over the next couple of days. To do what we're doing tonight, I have to have tomorrow off work. It's the only way I can watch pay-per-view, because I know I'll wake up tomorrow morning if I haven't watched it live, and I'll see the spoilers on Twitter and just like, meh, well, that's nice. Now I know what happens on it. I'm not gonna watch it. I find wrestling's one of those things that I find it very, very tough to avoid spoilers for, and then I don't have the same vibe watching it live. So yeah, if you tell me these great matches, I probably won't watch them. So yeah, Road Wild 99 was Rodman versus Savage, and Savage put Rodman in a porta potty and tipped it over and covered him in poo. And I ripped it to bits when I did my review. That shit's funny, man. That's funny. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to say anything over the next track, because this next one's by Reconcile, and Reconcile are two of my brothers. My two brothers, sorry. My brother Craig making the beats, and the first MC you'll hear is my brother Andrew, and this tune is fucking ridiculous. I'm going to get my drink while it's playing me.
Now you're a believer. It's time for that season. Another day today. Alarm bells ringing in the morning. We yell up, out, and then you're falling. Living out your dream is the recipe. Never lets you be dated.
Yes, OG style on my lines of mine. D&B in the morning, rise and shine. The different flows that I combine, I can live off shows like a 9 to 5. Any kind of rave or a chiringuito, I rock mics like Prince Osito. D&B grime or the hip hop stilo. Nobody else got a flow like we flow. Hard accent, but you know what I mean. Came up back when I was overly keen, snatching the mic to explode on the scene. D&B nice while smoking the green. Straight on this one till this one's over. Old school like a rave scene whistleblower. Rock big shows on big promoter. Crowd can't tell if I'm pissed or sober, cause I'm so jacked. Got so many bars that you know I'm in charge when I'm making my quarter. You could say that PEA is leading the way without leaving myself. Don't see him a joker. We see that I'm dead serious about spitting these bars. Me emphasize two different arts. Living good but not writ large. And all the biggest things get ripped apart, but it ain't showbiz, man, this is art. Old school guy, been head from the start. Rocking freestyles on, we're in the park in Barcelona in summertime. Heads on the gate, have another line. Sangria, Estrella, rum and ice. Out to the heads that are loving life. I do another rhyme again, like Spud Dog Matt, it's time again. The beats are rolling, I'm liking them. Cartoon type vibe, we're supplying them. Don't pay entry, was invited in. Okay, then we can supply the gin. All parties, I'm freestyling in. Look up on stage and it might be hit. Always broke, was booked as a kid. Now look what I did with a couple of quid. Touring the world, meeting gorgeous girls, not talking shit with nothing to give. I'm a son of a bitch when I'm up in the mix. And I'm loving the thump of the drums of the kicks. So beat MCs are uncomfortable with. Any kind of gig got something to give.
Not up for no reason. Now you're a believer. It's time for that season. Another day today. Alarm bells ringing in the morning.
Get with the player, see you later. Sit to the park and sit today. I need my space without invaders. This is my life I created. I sway with universal navigation. Who's deserving admiration? Talking shit at sanitation. Smoking animations. Major paper places. The same like Asian faces. Talking grease or saying graces. Praying for someone to save us. Lazy cases, days are grey like Macy is. Display the aces, crazy, hit away with pages, pacing quick. Run on the track like Usain Bolt, and I'm gonna rap till Usain Hope. My voice is hoarse like new mic calls. Contest my hammer, you may fold. Dream of the days where CNET raves on me, MP completely blaze behind the mic. Screaming wave, we rhyme so tight but free to change. Mixing flows like loads of endo, kicking shows to grow and let go. Instead though you pretend to drop from the roof, are you a gecko? So retro if you said so, coloured lines. Where's the metro, love and life? I am special, nothing like common mental. Girls in the place all skanking out. Jump off stage, we make it out. I'm on the mic for the night, get live all drunk and hard, just breaking out. Sweat, wanna take you to bed, bent all night, get into debt. Flow MD, but no MC can flow like me when off the head. Tread on the default, plenty of people off on a tip, frothing shit. Jump like b-ball, high as free fall, costs a bit. Have a lick, dip in the bag or a slip to drag. Either way, I've lost my shit today. We generation rave, we generation rave.
Not up for no reason.
Oh, bit good, isn't it? Must say, I don't do this very often, the old ego comes out, but this next transition, which I probably will fuck up because I'm picking it up, but yeah, mixing this into Porcelain sounds bloody good. I do say so myself.
Dream is the recipe, never lets you be dated.
Right, wait with the beat, the recipe. D&B especially a daily soundtrack to life while making a movement, clear your mind. The music helps with a meditative vent of the negative. To the haters, enter, step to this half tempo pad like a sedative. Snare for lift, where's the gift? Have to work but can't rely on shit. Shift, get a move on. You better be swift cause the crew's gone. As you cruise on, make your way upon the waves as they break, curl and spray. We're down here in the fog, our atmosphere is dark. Although I know too well it's hard, living life it has reward. Look right now I'm fucking bored, not sure what we're looking for. But you know where you came from, so I'm always moving forward. Right, but don't ignore the hype, avoid it if you like. Spud Dog Matt on the mic and I just have to speak my mind tonight. Is that alright? People in the crowd, DJ Gracia making it loud. Loving that sound now, lost in the jungle, bass like a bumble. But with a bigger rumble, look, reconcile gonna get you up.
Everybody together, we're going somewhere, yeah. But never forever be open and nowhere here. This is the time we decide if we care. New horizon, turning red, is it really there? Often a start of the day with a morning rave if we're not up too late. Craving a staple, tasting from able, blaming the label, shameful mate. Right back on it, no delay, a generation misbehaving. Raving off your faces, making friends in different places.
So, Mets 21-28, have you met any Japanese wrestlers? Off the top of my head, I've met Shingo, who we're going to see tonight, and... oh, I've met Naruki Doi. Oh, and I met Akira Tozawa at a PCW show after he'd had a ridiculous match against El Ligero. Dan's asking the question. We spoke this week about the Mania Backlash 2000 title picture. Who wins Austin versus Rock versus Triple H? How is it booked? Give some background for reference. So, of course, as we all know, Austin was taken out of Survivor Series. So we were talking about if that hadn't happened. We were talking about, would they do Austin versus Rock versus Triple H at WrestleMania? And we were just talking about, we were asking, we were saying, like, who, if Rock had won at WrestleMania, who would his first opponent have been? And it's one of those, I had that crushing realisation where it's like, it would have been one of two men, wouldn't it? And that's Undertaker or Kane. Because it's one of those, if you think about it, the actual title picture, 99-2000 was very small. You know, but in fact you've got Vince having main event matches, for example. You know, who didn't really, as much as the title picture was amazing, full of jam-packed full of stars, it was the same, 6? So think about Austin, Rock, Triple H, as the big three, and then Undertaker, Kane, Benoit, Rikishi got the main event at Armageddon, didn't he? Vince and Shane, fucking King of the Ring, and Foley. So there wasn't that many. So you just go, okay, so it would have been Undertaker against Kane. Well, tricky one for who wins. I mean, because Triple H won in the real world, doesn't it? So it's one of those. Who goes over us versus Austin? There were two babyface, one heel, so it would never work anyway, would it? It'd be such a tough one to book. Say well done to Sam and Josh for coming second in the pub quiz tonight. We've been shocking. We've done 4 pub quizzes since we got back to the 2 weeks ago. Shocking, I tell you. Shocking. because the other thing is, we always say about it should have been the Rock Triple H match that we got at Backlash. That should have been the main event at WrestleMania 2000. Or WrestleMania 16, as it's known to some people. Question time with Dan. Bands/artists who performed at pay-per-views or televised broadcasts. Who was your favourite and who was the worst? Ooh, the possibilities. The hottest band in the world! Yes! WWE's favouriteest band in the world! Limp Bizkit!
With the drums you have the capacity to create a movement for any amount of people. Doesn't matter if you're playing in a club, if you're playing in a hall, if you're playing in the streets.
I love Motorhead at WrestleMania 17 because of the way that Lemmy clearly doesn't know the words to a song that he wrote, which is brilliant.
If you're playing in a club, if you're playing in a hall, if you're playing in the streets.
is to see Bob Love perform on a wrestling show. That would be the dopest. One star from the 80s and the 90s in their prime in modern day WWE or AEW. Who and why? Let's put 80s Jake the Snake in AEW now, because they are showing all the time, aren't they, that MJF, is talking people into the shows or into buying the shows. So, I managed a really good promo. So Jake the Snake Roberts with my 80s one. 90s. Come on, let's go with Bret Hart in his prime. AEW, best matches on the card every time. Fucking incredible. How's that? Also, Aaron said Bob Love will kill it. Get him in the Clash. Get him in for Clash, and have him perform everyone's themes. Thing is, he wouldn't take any plaudits for it. He'd literally just come out and play the songs and then fuck off. Wouldn't even want the applause, would he? Fucking Bob Love, what a legend. hang on. Did you ask before? Best one, by the way. Which Money in the Bank cash-in do you think was better? Edge's first cash-in on Cena or Rollins' heist of the century? That is a good one, isn't it? Manny D, the whole time I've been watching the chat going, where's my man? Where's my man? And yeah, cool. I'm so glad you're here. You've got work in the morning, that's a shame. But yeah, I've been this set, the way these two sets have flowed together has been so wonderful. I think I might do it again sometime, you know. And yeah, I just love this set. The transitions are so nice.
Every day I try to describe what soul represents.
Worst Money in the Bank. Was Damien Sandow, was he champ? Otis? Remember that fucker? Is he still around? I don't care. He was Money in the Bank, wasn't he, for a while? Ones like that. Oh, it's the modern product. It all blurs. I said this on Friday night. All blurs into one. All blurs into one. But I can tell you ridiculous amounts of detail about the Ashura. Makes no sense. Question time with Dan. Do you have any interest in playing the AEW game when it's released? That aside, what would it take you to play a modern wrestling game? One word for you, old friend. Time. Don't have time. As you guys know, I'm a big Formula 1 fan, okay? And I said this story on the last Q&A we did. I'm currently playing F1 2019 because on the career mode you can do 10 seasons, okay? I am currently finishing my 10th season. There have been 2 more F1 games since then, and the latest one comes out any day. There have been 20, 21, and 22 comes out soon. Yeah, I'm getting my money's worth out of it. It's one of those, I'll do a race maybe once a month. You know, I did one this morning. I woke up this morning, couldn't sleep, went and did a race, and then went back to bed. Because it was like, oh my god, I've got an hour, let's do that. So yeah, time would be the thing that would make me play a modern wrestling game, I reckon. I think, literally, if someone can make a wrestling game that is, this is the No Mercy control system, but with modern guys, I'm sold. Because that way, at least, if I finish work early or something, I'll just have a couple of matches, that sort of thing. Because No Mercy is so easy to learn, so easy to be good at, but tricky to be really great at, if that makes sense. So if you've got a game that's as easy, I mean, I could never play it online, I know that much. There's so many amazing players out there, and I'm shit. So I just would never play it online. But if No Mercy was online, we would play it more than Halo. Yeah, that's fair. Dan says that, that's fair. But, I don't know. I mean, yeah, we would. I don't know, actually. when you're saying there, Aaron, it took us so long to remember Bailey cashing in on Charlotte in 2019. I have literally no recollection of that whatsoever. Not a thing.
Colors fade and lights are fading. There's no need to be afraid. The sun is set and stars will shine. Truth and dreams will intertwine. If darkness drops and night will fall, we will answer when it calls. Where you lose lucidity, morning light will be the key. The sun will rise again. The sun will rise again. The sun will rise again. I can take you anywhere, surrounded by the silken air, waiting for tomorrow's dawn. Beneath the dusk we wish upon, the galaxy runs through our veins. Time will pass as space remains. When you look for skies of blue, morning light will be a cue. The sun will rise again.
Ric Flair's last match in quotation. Right, If Ric Flair wants to do one more match, bear in mind. Oh, hang on, that's out. Hang on. Better. With his dodgy heart at 74 years old, if he wants to have another match, be on his own shoulders. But for goodness sake, if he must do another match, surely book him in a 6-man tag. So he can just come in, do his little bit, get out again, yeah? Give him the match winning figure 4, no problem. Don't want to see one-on-one though. Oh, a secondary question. What do I think of Woo Wings, or Woo Wings as I guess they are? I mean, they're no Dick's Wings, are they? I mean, they're the standard of wings. The gold standard of wings is Dick's Wings. Dick's Wings. So, Woo Wings. Yeah, they'd have to be pretty damn special to beat Dick's Wings. wrestling comeback? That's a good question. Okay, we'll go with the first one that comes into my head, which is, it makes me sad to say it because, you know, it deserved better, but when Brett came back to fight Vince, that whole thing was freaking horrible. To be positive about it, because every other review that I saw, because you guys know I used to just, I would not look at any other reviews until I'd done mine, and then like, okay, let's see what everyone else compares to mine. And yeah, everyone else absolutely slated the match. And I was just like, look, I'm gonna try really hard to be positive about it. I'll pick out the good bits, and like the fact that Brett hates Vince with what 30 chair shots, something ridiculous. Like, yeah, that's good. Look at this years and years and years of anger and frustration and bitterness coming out. But oh no. Well, I watched it back a few weeks later and was just like, no. Everyone else was right on this one,
when things you need to push through and be true to you, and the little dash your face and feeling it hard, but you wanna push on, yeah. It's these words she said that I hold on to. More than this, more than I thought. Much more than now, more than before. Much more I need against all things. I'll be something more, much more than this. More than this, more than I thought. Much more than now, more than before. Much more I need against all things. I'll be something more, much more than this. More than this, more than I thought. Much more than now, more than before. Much more I need against all things. I'll be something more, much more than this. More than this, more than I thought. Much more now than before. More than this, much more I need. Oh, to be something. More than this, more than I thought. More than this,
better. It's been. This is the. Hang on, wait. This is the 4th holiday cottage we've stayed in, and this one's had the worst internet by a country mile or a city mile, or both. Dan's asking, what's my favourite review video I've ever done? Which is a horrible question to ask me because I don't watch my own vids, if that can help me. So I'm sat here with 2 Mark B fans in the chat. You tell me which one's your favourite one, because we talk. The one I talk about, the one that it makes me chuckle. It makes me chuckle because it's been talked about a lot. It's interesting. Aaron, you showed me those 2. You showed me 2 clips from shows of mine, reviews of mine that I've not seen in a long time, and both of them made me chuckle, which is a terrifying thing, isn't it? What about Bundy? What a cunt! Like, comedy like that is you can't script it. It's what comes out of your head. Surf Wrestling says, my heart is saying Wyatt because everything adds up, plus his trademark Wyatt 6, and Punk wears a mutant shirt. I'm assuming you're talking about the who the mystery guy is. I mean, what? He couldn't play the Fiend character at all, could he? He would have to be a completely new guy, wouldn't he? That'd be interesting. Just a heads up, lads, that I've got a copyright warning on the stream, so if the stream just dies, that's why, okay? Not because of the net, or at least I hope it's not the net. Would you believe it? We are 2 hours into this set. Cannot deny, this is absolutely flown by, hasn't it? not a D&B fan. Really enjoy the set tonight. It's good, isn't it? It's not bad. How about a culture exchange of sorts soon? You can show me some of your sets, and I'll show you the files. Yeah, alright, that's fair. Of course, so. Dan says, question time with Dan. This one's just going to go favourite bump that you tool in UBW? Oh, tough. Some guy. Should have had a t-shirt of that, shouldn't I? £10 a time, you know. I've sold 3. So, favourite bump that I took in UBW was... like 2 or 3 come to mind. Okay, the one I always say is I took a Tornado DDT in a 4-way match. It was me, Johnny Magnum, Extreme Dave, and Max Carnage. About third of the way into the match, took a Tornado DDT off. Right, so the guy taking it was doing it. Johnny Magnum took it. He was on top of the ladder, and it was this spot was planned, and it was that I took the DDT on a road time, and my life went into complete slow motion as I span round. It was like I could pick exactly where I wanted to go in slow motion. It was crazy, and I fucking love that one. Worst, in the same vein, is let's have a think. So, there's worst in the sense of that they hurt, and there's worst where you had something planned and it just looked shit, or there's worst that just plain suck. So, I had a match with Dan. It's the 4th match that we had. It was fucking terrible. Refused to watch it if I can help it. But Dan did a drop kick on me. But the thing is, it was pissing down with rain, so he puts me on this chair and does a running drop kick on me, and I fall backwards onto wet grass. That sucked. I'd rather get slammed than take something like that. Okay, that was wank. I mean, in terms of just painful, there's a few that, you know, being accident or design. Extreme Dave in our Bounce for Glory, Bounce Castle match, he did he did my finish on me, the pain game, and he drove me so fucking hard into the ground that I was seeing stars. You know, that sucked. In our I Quit match, Dan hit me with a full-size guitar so hard it split the guitar, split the back of the guitar in half with my own head. That hurt. But yeah, Dan's probably right where he says about the apple juice. The apple juice spot hurt like I can't explain. So I'll talk about that in a second if you like. So, for those who don't know, let me tell you a story that in 2009, Dan and I had an I Quit match, which was filmed on the same day. We had a match at the UBW Prove It. It's a match Dan beat me for the championship. Just saying. We did a spot where we wanted to show that Champagne, my character, was, it's not all bad. So come on, let's stop. We're meant to be mates. Let's have a shot of Jack Daniels each in the middle of the match. And then Desana says, and likes the Jack Daniels. I drank the Jack Daniels, and then I poured apple juice into the bottle. Apple juice looks very like Jack Daniels. So, because it was filmed on the same day, we had this Jack Daniels bottle lying around near the ring. The fucking top on, for goodness sake. Hang on, let me just do this transition, sorry. So the aforementioned spot happens where Dan hits me over the head with the guitar, and he hits me in such a way that because this guitar is massive, I'm guessing it's not like an exploding one like you see from Jeff Jarrett. It's a proper guitar, and I felt like Dan hadn't hit me hard enough, even though I took an unprotected shot to the head. I was like, do it again. So the second shot that he does on me is so hard. It's one of those that it still makes me wince to this day, and the crowd reaction is perfect. And of course, I messed it up by taking a challenge between me and him with a third, which of course didn't have the impact of the second one. Anyway, so the spot's going to be is that Dan is going to, I'm going to be busted open from this. No, a little spoiler. I used to use fake blood, and lots of it. So, Dan hits me with the guitar, I put the fake blood on, and then Dan is going to pour Jack Daniels into my wound, and this is going to really fucking hurt, and I'm going to sell it. So, Dan comes over and pours the Jack Daniels onto me. Now, he thinks that I put the fake blood on. It turns out that the second guitar shot had split my head open. So, if you watch the footage, you see that he pours the apple juice into my very real open wound, which you can imagine how much that hurts. So, as a visual in the match, it looks fantastic. It really does. But yeah, so it's one of those times in a wrestling match that I had where I'm not selling. There's no selling involved whatsoever. This is legitimate pain, real pain. In a match where I've already had the shit kicked at me, here's some more pain. But it's good, and it gets a good story out of it, I mean, that match is a fucking snuff film. It's just Champagne getting the living bejesus kicked out of him. And Wrestling 101 says, right, so he's going to start making a comeback soon, and then he doesn't, because he just gets some more beats. But my mission was to make Dan look good, so I did that very, very well. I like to think. I think that's the positive that comes out of the match. classic. Favorite entrance theme, current and all time. Now, I'm really struggling for a current. I mean, I am really.
Love before, the word means so much more. Now I know you. Oh.
Thing about that match, Dan, as I've told you a billion times, but since we've got an audience here, is the match that Extreme Dave and I had, where we did the Bounce for Glory match, showed that if me and you had got equal offense in, we could have put on something really special. Because you got so much of the offense, I just come out of it looking weak, like really weak, which is not an issue if I'm trying to make you look strong, but it kills me going forward.
I know you. I'm looking out for you. And if you change, I will still be here and do for you anything possible. Always be here. If there was ever any doubt what life is about, you're
Oh, I'm sorry to answer your question, by the way, boss. Favourite entrance theme ever is Rick Rude's WCW theme. There is quite literally no better entrance theme ever. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it. You won't tell why. Rude had I think unfortunately it's a bit disappointing. He had some cracking matches with Sting though, but yeah, his theme music is it's glorious in all of its ways because it tells you all about Rick Rude. So while he's making his way to the ring, the singer of the song is telling you what he's about. So if you've never seen him before, you know by the time the bell goes, you know exactly what he's all about, which is brilliant. I just think it's really, really great, and it's ridiculously catchy as well. It really does get. I'll warn you now, buddy. Yeah, if you listen to that music, yeah, you'll be humming it the next day, guarantee it. Could it be Johnny Gargano facing Zack Sabre Jr.? Because that'd be a bit special, wouldn't it? Oh, nice to see it All Out is going to be on a Sunday again. Come on, AEW. I like your pay-per-views being on a Saturday, because then I don't have to book days off work. That was one of the big appeals to me when I first got into AEW in 2021. Was pay-per-views being on a Saturday. It was good. Made me very, very, very pleased. I mean, hell, Rumble was on a Saturday this year. Saturday's a good day for pay-per-view. There's no losers, is there? Most annoying is the Right to Censors theme music from 2000/2001. That was just an alarm going off. At least with someone like Steiner's, you had some backing music behind it. You're one of Bree Mode is, yep, a good shout. Alas, all good things must come to an end. So I'm going to play you one more track after this one. I'm going to play you Aurorian Dance? I think that's how I said it. It's a very, very chill tune to end on. Thoroughly hope you've enjoyed this. This is Shot By. Genuinely hard to believe that we've been going for almost 2.5 hours, isn't it? Yeah, you mentioned Ivory returning to a extended counter at Rumble this year. Yeah, it was this year. It was brilliant. Yeah, really enjoyed that. And she looks like she hasn't aged at all, doesn't she? She did look hot in that fucking outfit, didn't she? Let's be honest. What do we think opens the show tonight? Mid-Atlantic Championship? Mid-Atlantic. All Atlantic. think the Bucks versus Ridiculous. The crowd are hot. You know, when Sting gets the hot tag, for example, which he will, you know, that's going to be amazing. All the others, Shingo's incredible in the ring, as we know, and you've got 4 high flyers, so should be. Well, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad one to start with either, would it? Because, you know, do all the flips and all the spots and get the crowd hot. Good shit. Would you like to see MJF leave AEW for WWE one day, and do you think he will? The thing is with MJF is that he is a very vocal character who is clearly not very tightly scripted, and I think that for his career, I think the WWE way that it is nowadays will be too constricting for him. That's what I think, anyway. He's an incredible wrestler, a truly incredible talent, and I would hate for him to go to the Fed and just not be used properly. And I just don't think he would be at all. Yeah, that's a really good thing to say. It was women how much they want him at the time. The thing is, as well, the Fedders would have him just so that no one else has, because the dicks like that. You know, I mean, you gotta think about someone like Ricochet in the current product. You know, a criminally underused guy. He's incredible. He can do it all, and I swear he's like. I'm sure he would go to AEW in a moment's notice if he could, but you know, it's one of those. Well, we've got him, so you can't have him. Fuck off. Sort of thing. I think if he'd asked for his release, it just wouldn't be granted. But I'm guessing he's making a fuck ton of money, so does he care? Right, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you've enjoyed this. I've had an absolute blast. Enjoy Forbidden Door, and I will see you all soon. Thank you so very much for listening. I've been Mark P, aka DJ Fully Loaded, your hero, and I will see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys.